So I would say that this was not unexpected, but it comes as a shock either way. Joe Biden has officially dropped out of the presidential race. He had just uploaded this to his official personal account at Joe Biden on X. Joseph R. Biden Jr., my fellow Americans. Over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs, in expanding affordable health care, providing critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances. You know, the usual, I don't know why he has to, again, brag about what he has done. We already saw a video yesterday in which he said that it had been an amazing 4 years and he was just a transitional candidate and he wanted to run again because everything was going so good. And he's saying here that everything has gone so smooth. Passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We protected and preserved our democracy, and we revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. We are halfway through the letter, halfway, and he is just, sending flowers to himself. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interests of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I would ask, if things are going so well, why are you stepping down? I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me re-elected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris, who is, rubbing her hands right now, for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I always have, that there is nothing America can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America. The big question that arises is who is going to run instead of Joe, or in place of Joe Biden? Kamala Harris. I understand that many of the Democrat Party are not very fond of her. Hillary Clinton has been really pushed recently to see the reaction of the people. You know that this is something that they do all the time. They try to release posters, statements here and there. There's secondary channels and secondary accounts to see how people react to this. If we are going to see a rematch from 2016, that is entirely possible. I understand that Michelle Obama is absolutely not interested in assuming this position at all. And Gavin Newsom, he's got what it takes to make America the same as California. And I don't know how can you take that information, but he will be more than willing to do it. So in my opinion, it comes down to Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris. I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. This is developing. We don't know what is, how is this, these are crazy times. These are the timest of times, especially because we saw that Joe Biden had been so adamant and so stubborn in standing in the race, staying in the race. And you know that Dr. Jill Biden was, stimulating him, pushing her husband to keep doing the things that he is good at. I don't know what are those things, but I'm sure that Joe can do some things very good, but not exactly debating, for example, which was, as in his own words, a big mistake. The debate with Donald Trump, I don't know what were the Democrats thinking. Maybe they thought that with all the rules and CNN having all this fatter, all these limits and all this protection around Joe Biden, they could do like present him in a way that was not concerning to the American public, and it backfired terribly. He said that and I put that on yesterday's video, I made a severe mistake on the debate. No, the debate itself was a mistake. The debate was a train wreck, and this is the result. We are watching the result of how the media, how this is so the how to say this. The implications of this is that the media had been pushing for way too long that everything was okay with Joe Biden, that his cognitive abilities were on point, that he was being checked like every year and every day. I don't know what was the official version. I would like to know what Karine Jean-Pierre is thinking right now. What is she going to say? That is gonna be just epic. We have 3 months ahead that are going to be just crazy, are going to be just insane, and I'm here for it to try to make sense of all this circus, because there's no other way to call this. We are talking about the distrust in the traditional media after all that they had pushed this, that Biden is just okay. And in his letter, more than 3/4 of the letter are saying, well, my mandate was just great. We're improving everything. We had reached economics levels unprecedented, good for the American public. And why are you stepping down? And he is not saying anything. He's absolutely leaving it murky. He is not addressing it. We guess that he is going to address it on that speak to the nation later this week. And of course, I will be analyzing that speech as soon as it appears. But the biggest take here is how the public, and especially Democrats that are undecided, how are they going to view the media and this narrative, how they are going to feel fooled with this, because this is a slap in the face. This is a slap in the face of all that they have defended. Where's Harry Season? Is that his name? I would like to know where that guy is. This guy must be at a bar right now thinking. Maybe Karine Jean-Pierre and Harry Season are going to a bar right now to think what are they going to come up with this next week. But again, I will be here to bring you the analysis and all the breaking stuff of breaking stuff is the right word, of American politics and news all over the world. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.